Two-piece that subscribe button. You already know how we do, man. I had to work last night, so y'all can hear me now. Let me know if y'all can hear me now. Alright. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Long night at work, you know what I'm saying? And I had to stay a little bit extra. Because I know how to I'm certified to use certain machines, so I had to stay a little bit extra. But that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Abdul Shakur, salute. April D, salute. KO, salute. Tipsy Hustle, my dude, salute. Slum, salute. J Breezy, Five Boroughs, salute. HFC 300, salute. William Silver, the building, salute. Eli Delgado, salute. Yeah, so Rise and Grind, Power C, salute. Um, so I just want to break a few things down real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't forgot what a man is, you heard? So because they forgot what a man is. Those Local United, salute. D-Mon, salute. Ray Leon Rivera, salute. Des Camp, salute. Um, because they seem to have a misconception of what's real. That's how you know when a person was never real. When a person was never real, you see them adapt easily to the unrealness. And when a person is real, you see them hold the fort down, and they always outnumbered by the unrealness. You know, that always happens. It always plays out that way. Yeah, I know. He said he had some paperwork, right? He didn't have no paperwork. But the interesting thing was he was reading some paper there. And the paper that he was reading, he's reading about a copyright strike. So I'm saying to myself, I think we made this very clear that this is a business. This is not. First of all, there's a thing called fair usage. And under the fair usage, you can upload other people's stuff and not get copyright hit for it. As long as you're using it for the certain perspectives that they put. I think one was criticism. Another one was like exposure or whatever, or some other things. Now, what happens is this. If, like, for example, because I learned this from Salute Mike Check, man. Salute Mike Check. So I learned this through him because what he said was this is how it goes on the fair usage. If you upload somebody's content and you can prove actually that what the person is saying is not true, then it falls on the criticism and it goes in as fair usage. You see what I'm saying? And that's allowable in a lot of countries. So when you uploading somebody's content and what you're doing is you're trying to flip the person's words or you're speaking of something you have no proof of, that means it's not criticism. That means that you're bashing. So now what happens is that now you can't upload the content for that purpose. So you get hit. Bop. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you get into a game that you understand. And you don't have, because you're illiterate, you don't have other people have to do the stuff for you. When you do it yourself, you're able to have a full understanding of these things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then another thing, right? When it comes to rap, I'm gonna give you a great example of what a rat does. So, for example, a rat will either sit in his car or be in his kitchen/living room because he lives in a little box. And what they'll do is they'll go and start mentioning what they allege is personal information, that whether if it's true or not, they putting it out there, knowing that you knowing that the people that's in the chat and the people that's listening, a lot of them is police. So when you say that you're not a rap, you know what you're trying to do is break it down to its specifics. So what is the specifics? The specific is when you indulge in personalization information on the internet, you're tying things together for the police. That's why when dudes like yo cat, why you call the other dude a rat? The reason I call the other dude a rat, that's a dude with a bust on his face, is because son kept going to the internet. Once you start coming to the internet, what you're doing is you creating a security blanket. You see what I'm saying? Because if dudes got each other's numbers, Why would it even make it to the internet in the first place? Makes you think, right? Dudes got each other's numbers, but instead they go in their car and they start throwing stuff on the internet. You see what I'm saying? And then, as y'all can see, I don't never come on this here and I promote third party messages or third party anything. I come with the facts. You can't dispute the facts. That's why my video was fair usage. Because there's nothing that you can prove in any part of that video that is illegal, that's wrong. Everything in that video is substantiated truth that you can't argue with. Everything in there is substantiated truth. You can't say this, that, and the third. You can't change it. You can't alter it. You can't do nothing. It's written in stone. See? It's written in stone. So you can get up there and say, yo, he did this. He had a lawsuit, I think he was talking about. Yo, the dude is going to lawsuits, right? For what purpose? And lawsuits against the boys. But check this out. He going there for what purpose? It's called desperation. When somebody hits you with the truth hurts. And it makes you do things that consciously you think that it doesn't hurt you. But subconsciously, I know you feel it does. Because in all actuality, it does. It hurts these individuals when you hit them with the truth, bro. Facts, Alney. That's what dudes do. Dudes go on the internet and use the internet to basically try to incriminate others using what's called statements that aren't even factual. But they got to understand something. You know, we about to be quarantined and there's a lot of stuff going on right now, man. Because right now you're going to sound like the boy who cried wolf. You've been talking about the beast for so long and going against oppression, and you did this in Attica, and you did this, that, and the third. But yet now saying that if a person looks for a lucrative amount of compensation for an illegality that happened upon him, you're saying that that's wrong. Right? I mean, maybe you like to be that dude that like to get beat up. You look like one of them type of dudes. Like to get beat up for no reason. I mean, if I'm correct, didn't you say that you did a movie in some spot there with your man? And you was like the police was taking mad long to get to you, and someone was putting the beats on you? You see, I can't go. I can't go on. I can't go on that route. You see what I'm saying? I can't go on that route. You see what I'm saying? That's a fact. Now toilet paper is paperwork. Yeah, dudes be pulling out all kinds of garbage stuff and trying to say, yeah, this is legitimized right here. This proves this proves that. None of those things prove nothing but one thing. And what's that? You know what I'm saying? Like a whole lot of dudes. A whole lot of dudes don't understand that the street and this is not the same. All the time, Kasim, when you start to think that this is the streets, this internet stuff, that's how you know you bugging. That's when you know you caught up in the mix. You heard? That's when you know you caught up in the mix because you're saying to yourself that you're gonna compare what you do in the street to, first of all, when you on this internet, you probably know 5% of the people you speak to. Which means that out of the 5% of the people that you know, the other 95% of those people you ain't never probably gonna see, or if you do ever see them, they won't be the type of people that just gonna pass right by you like, yeah, I know who that is right there. Probably not even that. You see what I'm saying? So you don't even know these people, but you got caught in the matrix. And as you got caught in the matrix, you just don't know how to bring yourself back to reality because when you get into the matrix, you already gotta have a small mental frame. And if you're unstable, it makes no sense to go into the matrix. You understand what I'm saying? It makes no sense to go into the matrix, yo. Because you're going into the matrix and you don't even know how to deal with how the matrix operates. You know what I'm saying? So you got dudes, and yo, I ain't gonna lie, some of these dudes looking type sick too. You know, I was looking at Amy this morning. You know, Amy wasn't looking too good, you heard? You know what I'm saying? So what happens when you're over 50? You gotta take care of yourself. You know, you know something, New York, New York? We said what's funny is how we can build a bond with someone in jail and be ready to die for your comrades, and it's sad to see it all get thrown to. You know why that? You know what that is, New York, New York? Is because dudes can't watch the other person succeed in front of them, which means that even though y'all did whatever together before, it wasn't tested. And when it got tested, what you saw was that it never was secure. Because some people got some characteristics and ways that they can't show in the pen, not in an environment where everybody is going at each other. They can't really show that type of their real ways in action. They can't show it because it's shoot or be shot. So they gotta concentrate more on surviving and befriending those that's busting their gun because it's lucrative. See how the money is the value out in the street? Who you are is a value in the pen. So a lot of dudes do things because they're around certain dudes. But when they're on their own, they do certain things that nobody sees because they're not there. But then that's when you see who they really are. If you're looking from the outside in. Because if you notice, like all those videos that Mike Check put together, one thing I noticed about him, he's like he studies this. So when he studied this, he said, yo, listen, man, what people see on the face is not really what they should be seeing in the body. And basically what he's saying is that sometimes a person is sitting here and he's talking, and you're looking at what he's dressed as, what he got on. You see what I'm saying? And that's what happens sometimes. People get what's called transfixed. But you know, my whole thing is like I said, friendships gotta be tested. And eventually they do get tested. You heard? Eventually they do get tested. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. There was no loyalty from the jump. I'm telling you, man. I can tell you, I met a few dudes that the only reason they did the certain things that they did was because the pressure was there. The pressure. See, for me, it was a habit because I came from adolescence on my chop stuff. When I got to the adults, I just went ham. It was like putting me in a it was like putting me in a spot with like I'm a I was starving and there's nothing but steak all over the place. That's how it looked like when I went to the adults. So, but these dudes, it wasn't like that for. But they had what's called audacity, meaning they would do certain things. So around you, they knew that they had to either pop that bottle or do whatever they had to do around you, because then you're going to respect them, and that's somebody that's of a respectful character, that knows them, that they can later on say, oh yeah, that's my homie right there, that's my man. You see what I'm saying? And that's the reason why certain people did the things that they did. You see what I'm saying? I know what you're talking about too, Abdul Shakur. And if you remember Abdul Shakur, I said that around 9 lives ago, maybe 10. You see what I'm saying? And I said it about 9 lives ago. I said, what did I say? I said that dudes don't really analyze these trolls. I see trolls that go from one live to another live. They'll be in one live, they'll be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, boom. Then they go on your live, ask questions, and then they'll be like, yeah. Then when you go at it with the other person, they'll go to that live, and I seen that long ago. I sat there and saw that long ago. So my position on that was I can't keep telling people that the reason that they act in a certain way is because they get information that was only meant to stir the pot. Now, once the pot is stirred, you know what I'm saying, I got to be me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not changing. Like I said, this is not the street. This is some internet stuff that is used for what? It's used to convey a message. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't be up here talking gang stuff. I'll be up here talking stuff to promote positivity and to stop the youth from escalating into dangerous paths that I've been through. I don't come up here to be I'm the realest and all that, OG this and that, little big homie this. I don't gotta do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Salute, Eric Cosme. I don't gotta do all that. Because like I said, those that know are the ones that count. The ones that don't know, that tells you right there. If you don't know, it's because you don't count. And why is that? Because you the one that failed to do your homework. So you're the one that failed to open your own eyes. You see what I'm saying? So while we over here doing what we do, they gonna get up in the morning looking like they got the corona, looking all stupid, reading a copyright infringement complaint, looking at lawsuits. Like all these things amount to what? They still amount to nothing. They still amount to nothing. The things that they got on you amount to something. We talking about convictions here. Talk about disparity towards women. We talking about lies that you've been continuously saying for so long while you've been on here, promoting books that you're not in. You see what I'm saying? It's like the truth hurts people a lot of times. And I know that a lot of people say, damn, I wish I would have had worked that out and this, that, and the third. But you can't work nothing out with people who are lost in the matrix. You got to let them find their way. Because eventually they're going to find their way. Or those three men back there going to catch them. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, one thing I don't do is go over here and get hyped and get tight about things that's being said. I just correct it just as fast. Salute J Style 7. I just correct it just as fast. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, what's in the darkness comes to the light. Every time they come through with some felonious fugazi stuff. So now they saying that because somebody protects their business, that person is a rat. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. So dudes are gonna go to internet jail now for copyright infringement. You heard? They're gonna go to internet jail. There's a jail cell somewhere back there in the Matrix. There's a jail cell that they're gonna sit in there for years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll be getting it all right here, man, all day. But what I like to keep things at a positive level, though. You know what I'm saying? We're in quarantine right now. There's people getting sick out there, and I think that's the most important thing to really concentrate on nowadays. Um, then concentrate on people who have nothing to get at a person because the person is clean. That's what happens when you mess around and go against a real dude without no skeletons in his closet. You got to look at lawsuits against the police. You got to look at what's the other one? copyright claims or whatever that was that they allegedly had. You gotta look at those type of things and make that and turn it into something. That's when you got nothing. And that's a great thing. That's what makes me so happy. And I'm proud of myself every day. I'm proud of myself that I didn't make errors like those. You know what I'm saying? Imagine this, you go to a college and you talking to a bunch of women in that college. But you know in your heart that you're lying to all of them. Because you're there for the bread, you're there for the money. The same way, the same way you admitted right in front of them, they just didn't peep it. They didn't peep how foul you was. But you admitted to those kids in that college, you admitted to them that after you let a pregnant woman go and engage in an activity that was detrimental to her freedom while she was pregnant, when she was locked up, you try to file taxes. You try to file taxes on her and the kid. It's a grease ball. Grease ball. If that's not being a grease ball, you see, a lot of people, they accept those things. They ignore those things. They don't look at them. They accept them. They ignore them. They don't care that a person beats women down. They don't care that he does that to multiple women. They don't care that, what I'm saying, he is responsible for the birth of this child being born in jail. They don't care about, saying the books that and the stuff that they say in these books that's horrific about the individual. And they don't care about those things. Because the community of people that's just like him are those that you find in here. And then there are those who are in here who are actually real people, who have real minds, who can think. And those are the ones that are the small majority of the people. Because at the end of the day, they over here for a different concept. They're not here to do what they can't do in the street. Whatever they say and can't do here on the internet, it's the same thing they can do out in the street. A lot of these dudes be talking all that craziness, but they ain't built like that in the street. Yeah, I be knowing John Woo. Hey, this is the internet world, man. We dealing with a lot of circuitry, man. When you're dealing with a lot of circuitry, man, you can create your own your own atmosphere. You can create your own things in here. So I'm not even going to try to persuade another person from another planet or another circuitry to see senses. You see what I'm saying? Facts, Abdul Shakur. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. A lot of dudes, they can't function in that capacity. That's another reason why I'm glad that I never took advantage of my freedom before. I remember I used to be going to the clubs every Saturday and Sunday, sometimes every Friday and Sunday. We was in there deep, all up in the clubs. You know what I'm saying? We was in there deep. We leave from there. You know what I'm saying? Go to the dino, whatever. Hit all these other spots. You know what I'm saying? I was doing that. They were about maybe 19, 20, 21. You know what I'm saying? Now they in their 30s. They be hitting me up like, yo, cat, like, you know what I'm saying? What's up with that boom, boom, boom? And I'll be like, yo, look at it. And they'd be like, I know that's what we see too. And I'd be like, listen, you can't change what they create in the matrix. In the matrix, people are gonna say a whole bunch of things. My whole thing is this. I'm not gonna say nothing about nobody unless I have what's called substantiated proof. If I don't have substantiated proof, I'm not gonna put it out there. You see what I'm saying? You gotta have proof when you say something. And if your proof is what? A copyright strike. And what was said in a copyright strike, like what? That's what tells you. Or that's what shows you, should I say. Correct word. That's what shows you that dudes can't be on man time because they've forgotten who they are. You see what I'm saying? They didn't put themselves with a different class. A class that they hate, but they're willing to join to benefit off of. You see what I'm saying? That's like in jail. In jail, a dude comes through. He got connections. He got bread. You're going to have all types of different dudes trying to lock that dude down because he's the connect. He's the source. You see what I'm saying? So everybody now is going to lay the pressure game on Son or make the situation seem like Son can count on them if he has any type of problems. Therefore, now when he goes to commissary, he got mad bread. He gonna piece him off, Son. Yo, you good? You need something in your account? He got the dude on smash. That's the old jailhouse trick. Old shit. That ain't nothing new. That's old. And to this day, dudes still fall for that. Dudes still fall for that to this day, man. That's deep. To this day, a dude will come, say, yo, I got a situation over here, this, that, and the third. All right, I got you. Right? So let's say you got one dude here and you got another dude here that's his op. He broke his jaw. Right? Now, this other dude comes. He knows that he's the connect. He goes and he talks to these dudes. I don't know, Raj on some humble stuff. Peace. Comes in like he on some rah-rah stuff. Makes the dude think that, oh, Son's rah-rahness what squashed this between me and this, that, and the third. Okay, this is where I gotta be at, you know what I'm saying? Then they start spreading love. And then he don't even know the whole friendship was a con in the first place. You see that? See what I'm saying? 914 New York way. That's not even true at all. Because he wasn't, you gotta remember. I'm gonna put that one up too. I wanna highlight that one. Now you see that it says, "What's up, Cat? How you feel when Amy basically said they use you to get at Latinos?" Right? Well, that's incorrect because there was not one race or more that I went at their body. You see what I'm saying? That's when you know that the individual couldn't be part of something that stands for brotherly love. Bing, bing, bing. He can't be. If that was his statement right there, that statement lets you know that he couldn't be part of that because wasn't even a factor back then. You see what I'm saying? How can you be part of something but you represent it in the total opposite. You see what I'm saying? That's like saying, "Yo, I'm against robbing old people." But if you rob an old Indian, that's cool. Does that make does now y'all see what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? You know what I'm saying? So there never was a time when I was going at a race. It was never about that. Whoever was an op was an op. You know what I'm saying? We had major ops that were black. Major. So when people use the race thing, it's only because it's only a method of causing separation so that they can build from what's left. It's almost like doing a purge, but you don't want to say that it's your own meaning of a purge. This is when you see that people, what they doing is they trying to recreate. Facts, Rastafari, divide and conquer. That's when you know that they're trying to recreate a system that has already been there. You know, they start coming out on the interviews talking about I'm the first one, I'm the first this, I'm that, and the third. That's how they start. After that, then they start talking about I did this, that, and the third, bomb, 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 boom. Then after that, that's when they be like, yo, either you with me or you not. You see what I'm saying? All those things. What do they represent? They all represent a grind ball dude. That's what it represents. A grind ball dude. A dude that's out for self gain at the sacrifice of others. We've been through that so many times in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't name names on here. As you see, I don't name names. When you start naming names on here, that's telling. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not talking about when you shout somebody out. I'm talking about when you naming names in here and try to implicate things, you know. But like I said, listen, the dudes who used the race cars are the homies who popped on Latin dudes, but was afraid to move on other gangster black dudes who done ate a homie food. Facts. Yeah, that's a fact, John Woo. Hold up. That's why a lot of these dudes couldn't get the real dudes that were the enemy. They were able to hit some dude that was just down, but never the real gun busters of those cliques. That's the reason why some dudes they landed in Clinton and other spots, and they were supposed to pop and they didn't pop because dudes that were neutrals, but they go ham, was putting a stop to these type of dudes that they were supposed to be popping and doing their thing. You got neutral dudes but they get busy. They like, yo, you ain't doing nothing, none of that over here, bro. I don't care what you down with, you and your clique, y'all ain't doing nothing. And a lot of these dudes folded. They folded like a beast chair. They folded like a beast chair, bro. I got a call the other morning from home, and he told me, he was like, yo, I was the porter in Clinton when this dude and the other dude was up there, and what did they do? They was told not to act, and they didn't act because they knew that they would get popped on. But yet they representing something that at the time is ringing because people like us. Salute, Psycho, Big B's. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it goes down to your knowledge, the knowledge that you know. That's why certain things is for certain people because only certain people know. If if you got to teach people these things, that's not good because you don't know one of your students is the police, right? This is why I stand on my own lane. I stand to the side because you always gotta watch these dudes, man. They be on the internet talk about dudes is on this type of supervision or some crazy shit. I don't know what that was about, but they be saying all types of craziness on the internet. All of that is for what? That's all to get the boys to focus on who you are. That's how these dudes play nowadays. They'll say that they just talking ish, but they ain't talking ish. You know what I'm saying? They ain't talking ish. What they doing is they snitching, and it's not dry snitching. If I come over here and say, "Yo, Keith Sutherland right here," you know what I'm saying? He said, "Use a bozo." Yo, damn man, hold up, what you doing, bro? That's a fact. That's a fact, psycho. So when you look at these dudes and they up on there talking about, yo, uh, this copyright strike right here, copyright strike. You reading the copyright strike? Oh, you really think this is the streets? Hmm. That's when you know they already got caught in the matrix. They ain't who they say they are. They telling you this. They telling you that they're initiating into the new version of life. Now they're part of the circuitry. Salute, salute, that all. You know what I'm saying? These dudes ain't no good, man. They unstable, man. You see what I'm saying? These dudes is unstable. You gotta watch these dudes, man. Yo, Cat, you remember that saying that as on the wall in the Fed about the rat and how to move? That's a fact. That's a fact. You see how they had us psycho? They had us all locked in, and then uh, they had to come and question the whole crib. Only percent 2% real men. That's a fact, bro. These dudes ain't real, man. I'm telling you, man. These dudes, they converted. That's what they are. They're converted. They're converted into this internet thing. They made themselves relevant on the internet thing. So now it's all they have is the internet thing. It's all they got. The internet gave them connections to people who would have never knew or heard of them if it wasn't for the internet. That's how deep the internet is to them. That's why they show so. That's why they'll be like, "Yo, I love this dude. I love this dude," because that's your source of income. That's a fact, Vincent Rodriguez. They transition. That's a fact, Rastafari. They transition. They no longer who they once were or believe that they once were. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you know. This should be a good lesson for all the youngsters that's out there. This should be a good lesson Because in the end, the lesson you're gonna learn out of this, you're gonna say, yo, why? Yo, Wildcat held himself down. These dudes kept trying to come get ammo, get more ammo, get more ammo. Yo, just this morning, Amy said something about Rowdy Radio. That Rowdy Radio is on my heels. How's Rowdy Radio on my heels when the name of the video is Wildcat Clowns Amy? That's what I'm saying. On here, they'll just promote propaganda, say stuff that's not even true. You know what I'm saying? The homie that shot Ricky is still on his heels. Yeah, they doing a lot of stuff on that's a fact, right? Letters and all that. Oh, John Woo. John Woo says, Wildcat, let the world know how you love and respect your SM homies because people trying to twist your words. Well, that's double M, man. We go way back. You know, before these dudes that's trying to one day they this, one day they that. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that, man, when it comes to Gambino and Pistol Pete, that's unprecedented. It's not. It's basically historical. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's a fact, come on. But that's historical. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the real Blazers, that's a different story. When it comes to the real Blazers, yeah, those are my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Can tell you. Pete can tell you if he was able to. You know what I'm saying? And it goes on. You know what I mean? The rest shouldn't be for this internet, but everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? When I was living in 1420, you know what I'm saying? I was over there with the Blazers in the Carter and all that. You know what I'm saying? When I was over there on Stratford, you know what I'm saying? We could go on and on with this, you know what I'm saying? But it makes no real sense when dudes try to twist dudes' words around. When you got real dudes around, it's gonna be like, nah, it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? Wildcat and the real Blazers, they've been tight for the longest. Not these fake Blazers. They talking about they Blazers, they not. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you know, I ain't seen dudes in a long time. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I'm working, you know, right now doing a lot of things, man. But always salute to the real Blazers. You know, not these fake dudes, the real Blazers. Yeah, they ain't woke. Assassin BX, Stratford Avenue, Morrison. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I was all in them. I was all in them spots. You heard? You know what I'm saying? I was out there. You know what I'm saying? See, now is the time for me to relax and have, you know what I'm saying, the lake and the house and the woods. You know what I'm saying? Because I already did that already. Dudes is doing that now. What they doing now is what I did 8 years ago. You see what I'm saying? Only difference now is just the internet thing. All the stuff that they try to be famous in the street, I did it without the internet. I was in all the boroughs. You see what I'm saying? I did that on a person-to-person basis. I didn't do it where I'm hitting up on a keyboard. Nah, it was no green screen or none of that. What it was strictly, I'm out there right in front of you. We breathing the same air. You know what I'm saying? when I did it. But a lot of these dudes, they can't move like that. Cause dudes is gonna look at him like, who this little old pudgy dude, man? He says what? They gonna question you. They gonna see if you still got it. You know what I'm saying? So what they do is they try to be the card that they try to present is like, yo, with the stuff with Latins and all that. Man, listen, I love my Latins just like I love my blacks, just like I love my whites, yo. Ain't no difference. I don't change. You know what I'm saying? Always been the same way. Always will be that way. I don't see people by their race. I see people by who they are. If you real, you real. If you not, get about the spot. That's basically what it boils down to. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I just want to salute everybody in the building, man. I'm about to get up out of here because I just got back from work and I had to pull out of overtime and all that. You know what I'm saying? Later on, I got some I got some more challenges later on. We're gonna do some challenges later on. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, I send my salute and my condolences to the people, man, affected with that virus down there. It's going haywire. The numbers is off the charts for New York City. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta be careful out there. Make sure that you got hand sanitizer with you at all times. And I don't know how the train situation is really like that, but be careful in these trains, man. I noticed that they say Queens got a large amount of it. You know what I'm saying? And I know the 7 train and the E train, them trains be packed. At this time, you don't want to be in those type of trains, man. That's why it's spreading like a wildfire because people still going to work or whatever businesses that they got, and they taking that risk for that bread. But I just say like this, man. Buses all free, Rastafari. Okay. I just say, man, that you just gotta you gotta be careful, man. Make sure you protect yourself, man. Let's try to slow the numbers down, man. That means that you gotta stay away from people and uh, try not to be around where you're prone to get it either. And the kids, man, protect them kids, man. Don't let them kids be around. I would if I, my kids is staying in the crib. You know what I mean? 'Cause they got tractor trailers, refrigerated tractor trailers down there filled with bodies, bro. Now you know that's not no joke. The estimate amount was almost 500,000 or something like that, 50,000. Yeah, the numbers is going up on the deaths of that around the world. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep ourselves away from that, not make ourselves prone to catching it. You know what I'm saying? Protect them kids, man. Make sure them kids is not nowhere near. And if right now it would be probably a bad time to get somebody pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know when this thing is going to stop and when it's going to end. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. That's a fact, John Woo. You already know. 1,000 deaths in Brooklyn. Yeah, that's just deep, bro. It's deep. You know what I mean? It's there and it's revolving around dangerously. It's too close in proximity. So that's why, when they say quarantine, it's not because they're trying to take over, it's because they're trying to prevent as many casualties as they can. You know what I mean? So salute to everybody. Oh, smack your face. I've been hearing about the notifications, man. I'm trying to fix that. But that's why I put the timer on to let everybody know I'm about to go on. But I'm gonna check it out and see what I can do on that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of other podcasts say the same thing, so I'm not really sure. But good looking on letting me know, reminding me of that. You know what I mean? So Salute to the chat, man. You already know, man. They could bring up copyright strikes. They could bring up lawsuits, man. And now they saying names and all kinds of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, before they sit there and try to insinuate and make somebody to be something that they not, they need to check their own actions, man. They're not even conscious of the things that they doing. You know what I'm saying? The things that they doing, yeah, everybody knows the straight rat stuff. You know what I'm saying? With that, I send my salute, man. Salute to the homies, salute to everybody. Nothing but love. I'll be back later on. You already know. We in the building. We out.